All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Candid Cleaning Conversations. All right, so today we are going to be talking all about what do you do when you can't make your payroll. All right,
Yes.
So I searched all online to see if there was a video about this, and ain't no video. So since it's not a video about this topic, and I know entrepreneurs go through this, I thought that I would take it upon myself to speak on it. Okay? So let's speak on it, all right? I can be very transparent with this topic because this is something that I dealt with in the beginning, okay? Not being able to make my payroll, okay? And the first thing that I would tell a person that's going through this is, first of all, it's not the end of the world, okay? And a lot of times when you're going through this, it's a mental thing. You're battling all of these negative thoughts in your head, and you might even be thinking about giving up on your business.
Right.
Okay, so you know me. If you follow me enough, I speak about frequencies and vibrations and how you need to keep your frequencies high at all times. You got to figure out a way. If you find yourself falling into depression or getting anxiety because you feel like you're not going to be able to make payroll, oh my God, nobody wants to have that talk with the team, okay?
Right.
But keep in mind that you started this business for a reason, and whatever you're going through right now, just think about it. Next year, you're not going to be going through it. Next year around this time, you ain't going to be in the same pain if you do what you need to do to fix the situation.
Right.
All right, so I'm going to go over some tips on how to fix the situation so that this never happens again. Okay, but it's all a mental thing. Remember that money is not even real. Girl, it's digits. We talking about digits and paper right now.
Okay.
All right, money ain't real.
It's only digital.
It's not real. Okay, so don't get emotional about it. All right, so when you find yourself getting emotional about not having the money, your client's not paying you on time, so you can't make your payroll, and you're gonna have all these mad employees at you and all this stuff, like, it's a lesson and it's supposed to teach you. And because it damn sure taught me. Okay, so when you learn from that lesson, sometimes some people hard-headed, honey. They need a strong lesson to teach them how not to do this again. Okay, but just remember, don't give up. This ain't the time to give up. This is the time to get strong, to evaluate this whole thing and figure this shit the fuck out so it don't happen again. All right, but just know it's not the end of the world, because I had plenty of situations like this to where I just wanted to throw the whole company in the trash, and then the next day all the checks came in the mail. Okay, so you're sitting up doing all this low vibrational stuff. You about to throw the whole company away, and you were just one day late, like, from all your checks and stuff coming. All right, so keep your vibrations high. Hell, put on your red lipstick and your heels, baby, and get fresh and get out there and kill it. That's what you do if you're a woman. If you're a man, you suit up, you get out there, you face the team, and you kill it, and you figure this out. Right. That's what you do. You don't sit down and you don't give up around these times. Okay? Okay, so let's go with some things that you're going to do. Number one. You want to take number one?
All right, so number one is to definitely take a look into your financial situation. See what's really going on. You should always know your numbers. Point blank, period. I mean, if you don't know your numbers, that means, oh, you got a huge problem. You need to know where the money is going, how it's coming in. I mean, everything. I mean, everything. Because you got to review your cash flow. You got to know exactly, do you have net 30 clients? That means you get paid every 30 days. Do you have net 10? That means you're getting paid every 10 days. Like, it does matter. And you can't basically commingle your accounts. You know what I'm saying? Don't make another client pay for another client. Just take a look at your finances and see exactly, do you have the collateral? Basically, do you have the payroll? Because you don't want to ever commingle your accounts. Because if you do it one time, you know what I'm saying, people be like, it's all right. but I won't even suggest you try to even do it one time, because now you're going to know that's your scapegoat that you can go to. You know what I'm saying? So just always make sure you pay attention to your cash flow and how everything goes as far as your expenses, any outstanding payments that you got. You have to make sure that you take care of everything. So definitely assess your financial situation.
That's right. Evaluate everything, because this happened for a reason.
Absolutely.
So you got to sit back and actually look at your Excel spreadsheet. Everybody needs to be tracking their numbers. See, this is the thing. When you're a new business owner, you just swiping the card, especially if you're using one card, a business card.
You ain't thinking about what you're swiping.
You're using a business card for your personal and your business. Like, that's the first mistake. The second mistake is you just swiping and you're not paying attention to how much you paying yourself, how much you paying other people, how many expenses are going out. If you're not tracking, this is bound to happen to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at it as a lesson. This is a lesson from God, baby, that's telling you to pay attention to your numbers.
Document everything, y'all. Document. Save your receipts. Know your numbers. I know you probably feel like, well, hell, this is my company, so it's my money. Baby, you set yourself up for disaster.
And some people don't want to do the boring work.
Oh.
They feel like it's boring, like it's like tedious. Well, you need to get someone to help you. You need a CFO. Don't say it's too expensive. Hell, a CFO comes in handy. Okay, so you might need to look into getting a CFO.
Right.
You can go on Upwork. That's where I found my CFO. Okay, and just find somebody that's good with the finances. They can look at your books, they can evaluate, and they can look at your numbers, and they can kind of help you out, help you strategize a little bit with your numbers. Okay, so that's the first tip that we got for you.
What else we got?
The second tip is, if you can't make it and you know you ain't gonna make it, you need to be honest and transparent with your team. Okay, you're gonna have to have that discussion that we all don't want to have. Okay, because we know, especially us.
Okay,
you can't tell us that you ain't got we gonna have to wait.
Okay, I should.
You know what I'm saying? Luckily, I didn't have to go through this like a whole bunch of times. I did have a slip up before when I first started, but it's like nobody wants to hear that bad news, and the best thing that I can tell you is to be transparent and not lie and not come up with, oh shoot, I don't know what happened, or come up with stupid, don't do that.
Because once you tell one lie, you gotta cover up.
Right. Be honest, be transparent. This is what's going on. We are a growing company. I am so sorry. This is how I can make it up to you, but I know I'm supposed to have it on this date. Unfortunately, we're going through a little thing right now, and it's not gonna be this date, it's gonna be this date. And figure out how you can compensate them, a little bit for that. And just have that real, they will respect you for being honest and open. Yeah, it's tough for both of y'all, but I feel like, especially if you have contractors, they will respect you if you're transparent to the situation. Okay, don't lie, be open, be honest, be transparent with your team. Okay, you got to stand up, you got to be a man, you got to be a woman, and have that conversation.
Put them big drawers on.
Put your big girl drawers on. Sure. You gotta have that conversation, okay? And it's okay, because remember, next year around this time, you're not gonna be going through this foolishness, right? Because you're gonna live and you're gonna learn, right? Next thing we got.
All right. So next thing we got is explore funding options. So that basically means if you can, you know what I'm saying, just look into maybe taking out a business loan. Finding out if you can get some credit lines, building your business credit. Always take advantage of that if you can do that. Do not, and let me repeat, do not take out any shark loans. Let me define those shark loans. If you get on the phone with somebody and they telling you that your payback can be daily, that is defined as a shark loan. Because if you had the money, you would need to borrow the money and pay it back daily. You understand? You need to make sure whoever you're getting this money from, they want the best interest for you. You have to make sure that it's comfortable for you to be able to pay this money back. You know what I'm saying? And in the same time, be able to help build your credit up. We all get there, They have a lot of business funding out here for small businesses and startup businesses. You just have to find them.
You got to find the right one that makes sense for your situation.
Right.
In my situation, I was going through this too, and everybody knows my story about bankruptcy, okay? And I took it upon myself to get a hard money lender, which we call them shark loans. And those are like the easiest loans to get.
How did you find them? Did they find you or you found them?
Google. You know, when you Google loans, like, and you type in your information, like, everybody gonna start calling you because they start sharing your information. They be like, this person right here thirsty, let's hit them up.
Right.
So you got so many different people hitting you up, and then somebody said they can help me, and I'm a little vulnerable, and I'm like, oh, I need some help. I ain't gonna be able to make payroll. So they said they'll drop it was $8,000 or $10,000 or something like that the same day. And you know, when you going through banks or you going through anything that's real, it ain't that easy.
Right.
And this situation was pretty easy. You send them all your information. They shop you around to some different hard money lenders, and voila, you got money in your account. It's easy, okay? But anything easy is hard because I end up having to get another loan to try to pay that loan off. At the end of the day, they was taking like $200-$300 a day out of my account a day, and there's absolutely no way that you can really pay that off. Like the interest was just ridiculous.
That shit sounded legal as fuck.
It probably was. I think it is. I ain't gonna lie. But no hard money lending. Be smart about it. Get a line of credit. Maybe one credit that's good I would advise you to get is maybe from Square or Stripe.
I like Square, you guys.
I've got one from there before, and the payback wasn't so intense like from Square. So you pay them back by all of the accounts. Well, you definitely have to be running all your sales through Square, okay? Because that's what they go by. They'll give you a line of credit, but you have to be using the program and running all your clients through there. So I got as much as a $20,000 loan from Square, and the payback wasn't bad. I didn't even feel the payback really, because like, let's say I get a $1,000 client, and they'll just take their percentage off of each sale when it comes back. So it's different. It wasn't like a daily thing come out of my account. It was more so I pay them when my clients pay me, and that's what I liked about using that service. Like with anything else, it has interest, but hey, you know, but that's my advice. Try to seek out some lending that makes sense, something that you can comfortably pay back, not a shark loan. Moving on. What's the next one?
Next one.
Okay, so the next one is prioritize expenses and negotiate. Okay, so I would highly recommend that you guys prioritize all of your expenses. Look at your expenses and figure out like where this whole thing started at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like basically your payroll. Look at your payroll.
You might the invoices too.
Yeah, your invoices too. You might have some accounts that you may need to let go.
Sure.
You might be paying for something that's just not making sense. In my situation, I was paying about $1,600 a month for some insurance I ain't had no business paying for.
Right.
Okay, but once again, I wasn't tracking my numbers, so I had to really sit down and look at this and figure out where is this problem coming from.
Right.
Okay. Right. And then I sat back and I said, you know what? If I had to pick the perfect client, who would it be? And I said, you know what? I like Airbnbs because they pay the same day. And sometimes they pay the next day, but it's not a net 30. You know what I mean? So that's why I like those accounts. Start sticking with accounts that you like. You know, I had a bad problem with holding on to accounts that I didn't even really like. The accounts was too hard, too dirty. Nobody wanted to clean them, and you pay late.
Yeah.
Get rid of you.
Okay.
Okay, so really prioritize all of your expenses. you might be overpaying for some apps. Okay, as a business owner, I have so many expenses coming out of my account. I didn't realize that I was overpaying for stuff. I got apps that I don't even use.
Right.
I don't even use these apps no more. Like, so you're going to have to sit down and just have a little talk with yourself, okay, and analyze everything, all your expenses. Where is your money going? Because you might think your client's paying you late when really they paid you, but you just spent the money.
All right.
So what's on something personal? But what we got next?
All right, so next, we gonna say seek professional help. Like, you need to seek a financial, advisor who can help you out. If you don't have a CFO, get you a CFO so they can pay attention to your numbers and be like, hey sis, you need to go ahead and stop spending money on food all the time. We notice as entrepreneurs, we stay so busy. Our number one habit is going to be food because we're always on the go. We may not have time to go home and cook, and you know what I'm saying?
You might be buying too much food.
Right.
That was me too.
You know what I'm saying?
I used to buy a lot of food, man.
You know, I mean, slow down on the food. You see
but
yourself?
You can go to SCORE.
Yeah.
You can go to SCORE as well and seek some financial help there for free.
Right.
Okay, because we use SCORE all the time. Sometimes we just need to talk to somebody.
I mean,
that's experienced in whatever it is we're going through.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're going through a financial situation within the business and you want to seek help, you can go to score.com and you can seek free counseling from someone. So just like we give out free consultations, it's people on score.com that do the same thing. And you can talk to several counselors about your situation.
Don't be afraid, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what they're here for. They're here to help, take a deep dive into your actual business, kind of like audit your business. And that's what we do too. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever feel afraid to be like, you know what, I ain't trying to say nothing. Because, I mean, we all going through it. You know what I mean? You're going to always go through something. Just always say, please, listen, I need help. That's one of the things that we always try to encourage people to do. Say when you need help and get a expert in that. Because if you don't know, an expert will be able to explain it to you.
All in all, don't give up. Okay, you might be saying, forget this whole company. I just don't want to do this anymore. But I'm telling you, you're battling demons in your head when you're going through a financial situation, especially in your company, because nobody is going to understand you, baby. You got to have people around you that understand what you're going through.
I mean,
see, the hard thing is you big bag business owner and everybody think you just balling like Rick Ross.
Like you got the bag, you know.
Everybody think you balling. So you can't really tell people you going through some financial situations because your goddamn clients ain't paying you on time. They don't understand that. Okay? But this situation me going through these tough times helped me as a business owner. It helped me get serious and locked down on my finances and really start looking at business credit more seriously. Really, I started looking at my personal credit. I said, you know what? I need to fix this. I need to fix my personal credit. I need to fix my business credit. I need to be tracking my numbers. So I got an Excel sheet and I started to write down. I need to know how much money I'm spending on ads. I need to know where is my dollars going. I need to know how many times I'm swiping this card. I started to leave my business card at the house. Okay, and I just brung my personal card with me. There's no need for me to be swiping this card. I don't need to swipe it for nothing unless I'm paying somebody, from my company or buying something that I need. Sometimes I was buying stuff that the company didn't even really need. I bought unnecessary stuff sometimes. Like I really did. I was in there looking in my office and I found all these paperwork and stuff I went to Staples one time and I bought like these billboards. I was buying shit. Just buying stuff.
You be ready to go shop. You be like, I got the money.
I go to Staples.
Go.
And I just be picking up stuff, okay? And it just sits in the office. I don't even use it. It just sits, okay? So I had a bad habit of that. So I had to really get strict and say, hey, no, I'm not swiping this card today. I'm just taking my personal cards with me. I'm leaving these cards at home, and I'm only going to take this. I had to get strict with myself.
Develop good habits, y'all. If y'all got bad habits with money, you definitely need to fix that before you become an entrepreneur, because it's only going to bleed over and it's going to create financial financial problems for you. Like, I'm just sitting here thinking about how many stuff it could cause if you don't keep up with your numbers. Like, it definitely can. Just fix your financial issues that you got, because your mental, you'll be thinking about a lot of things a lot of times, and you'll be like, man, look, because sometimes you'll buy stuff on impulse just because you got the money.
Yeah.
And after you get it, you don't be thinking about it when you get it, but when you do get it, and then you see that statement, you be like, dang, I shouldn't have spent that. Now I done spent payroll.
Not making no sense.
That stuff is not making sense. So just be thoughtful of what you're doing. This is something
serious.
Yes,
like,
please.
People's, especially when you start growing a business and you got up to 5 to 10 to 20 people, like, people's lives are in your hands. Like, you know what I mean? They're depending on you for their livelihood.
Yeah,
you know, so being a business owner is tough, because you can't just quit. when you get to a certain level, you can't just quit.
Even though you might want to.
It ain't no, I quit. Like, when you had a job and you could just walk off and I quit. Oh, you can't just quit. It's not that easy. Like, what are you going to tell all these people? What are you going to tell your clients? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just walk away from this.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to stick it out. If you do want to just break away from your business because you feel like you suck as a business owner, okay. I get it. All right? Because entrepreneurship ain't for everybody. I get it. If you truly feel it, like, this is not for me. I can't be babying no grown-ass people. I can't baby them. I'm tired of telling them how to clean toilets. They should know. If you don't truly want to deal with that, I get it. But if this is something that you really want to do, and you really want to get the 6 and 7 figures doing this thing, you got to stick it out, and you got to start getting serious about your finances. Okay, about your numbers, because that is the reason why you're going through what you're going through today. Okay, but if you get serious about it, I'm telling you, I'm talking to you because I came from it. So this is just really our honest advice,
right? Because it's never a good feeling to be sitting there. Like, think about it. You know how it feels to owe somebody. You know what I'm saying? And to owe a whole team, like, it doesn't feel good, but you can't prevent the situation from happening. So we basically are just trying to tell you what we went through in the beginning, and what can help you, so no, you don't have to make the same mistake.
All right. So hopefully this video was able to help somebody. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, okay? Comment down below and let me know how you feel about the video. Like, have you ever experienced not being able to really make your payroll? Okay, we having real conversations right now. Forget all that fluff. This is some real conversation we have about right now. All right, so comment down below. Make sure you guys tap into our community, because I go live in my community every Saturday at 8 o'clock p.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
That's right. Click the link down below. You can go to tenacity.academy.com and join us in the community, okay? And I want to see y'all at the conference, because the conference is coming up June 29th and June 30th. I do want to see everybody in the building. It's 2023 if you're looking at this video, okay? It's 2023. I want to see all y'all next month in the building, all right? But other than that, that's all I got to say, y'all. I'm going to let y'all go. I'm out of here. Peace.